It's time for Around the Ozarks News, brought to you by the Springfield Greene County Park Board, Roto-Rooter Plumbing and Drain Service, Blue Current, and Thompson Sales. Here are your hosts, Ethan and Sarah Foreheads.
Hey, good morning to you on Monday. Hope you had a fantastic weekend, a long weekend for many of us. So it was enjoyable. I know we enjoyed ours. Hope you enjoyed yours. But here we are, back to start.
Back at it. Back at it. All eyes are on the Texas coastline this morning as what is right now Tropical Storm Baryl, although it is bordering on hurricane status again. So we shall see. It has already hit Texas with some heavy rain and high winds. The greater Houston area, really south of Houston, spent the weekend boarding up windows and in some cases heading out of town for evacuation orders that are underway in some parts. Lives have been lost in that storm already in Mexico and the Caribbean. Forecasters are expecting Baryl to regain strength in the Gulf of Mexico before making landfall this morning, like as we speak. The latest track had it hitting the small town of Matagorda, which is 100 miles south of Houston. But again, that could change, but doesn't look great. Doesn't look great for Texas, at least right now. We do know that some folks from the Show Me State are helping our neighbors in need with hurricane relief. Missouri Task Force 1 deployed about 40 people from their search and rescue team to Texas doing primarily water rescues. Convoy of Hope is also sending some supplies to the area as needed if people lose power and then might not have access to the basic needs, food, water, everything life-sustaining.
Yeah, Convoy of Hope is, we've been in contact with partners down there and are prepared to send essential relief supplies as needed. I think flooding is going to be the big issue. And man, Houston has been hit this year by flooding. Convoy's already been there for many days, helping people with flooding, following the flooding earlier in the spring. There was a derecho that hit there, which is straight line winds that were very, very strong. We were there for that. We've already given out, I believe it's 1 million pounds of supply in the Texas area following the stuff that happened this spring. So now we're prepared to go down again with our partners down there to help out as we've received word about what exactly they need. And of course, Convoy has been working all weekend long since Friday, I believe. Well, we started earlier than that, Thursday, I think, in the Caribbean, responding there, helping with things like relief supplies, water, food, tarps for people, just a very difficult situation. So we have several team members on different islands down in the Caribbean, and looks like we'll add Texas again to the list later today.
Mm-hmm.
Stay tuned. Back here in our neck of the woods, an eventful afternoon for Springfield police and Greene County deputies yesterday. They were trying to stop a man who was, they thought, impaired while he was driving. Officers chased the guy on Kansas Expressway near Norton Road, speeds reaching 65 miles per hour as he wouldn't pull over. Deputies were able to finally stop him at Kansas and Sunshine, and they took him into custody. Fortunately, no one was hurt. Because when that sort of thing is happening anytime, really, but especially during the day, a lot of people are in jeopardy. Dangerous things can happen. We already know the month of July is moving quickly, and we're looking ahead to the August primary, which is coming and will be here before we know it.
Yeah, it's less than a month, actually.
I know,
Think about
it's crazy.
It's crazy.
August 6th, right? That's the date?
Yep, that's the date, August 6th.
Yeah. I think the election's been on minds of a lot of people since the debate took place and all of the conversations that are now taking place in the wake of the debate. At any rate, voters will decide on a host of issues and offices statewide and locally to see who each party's nominee for the general election will be when that comes up in November. So this coming Wednesday, July 10th, this Wednesday is the last day to register to vote if you haven't and would like to.
All right. It is an exciting day for Mercy Hospital. Leaders there opening a new multi-specialty clinic and its first primary care clinic in Northeast Springfield. The Frisco building is going to be having primary care, occupational medicine, and therapy. The ribbon cutting is at 10 o'clock this morning. So,
okay.
I mean, those things are popping up everywhere. You can find a care clinic, it seems, wherever you might live. So that's good.
There are a lot of them, that's for sure. A drug to help slow Alzheimer's disease got approval from the U.S. Food and Drug Administration. We told you about that a while back because some patients in Bolivar actually helped in the clinical trials for that to make sure it was effective or to find out how effective it was. Those patients over at Citizens Memorial Hospital showed improvements in their mental function, which shows that the drug works, at least for some folks. The drug, donanemab. I'm trying to remember how to say it. It's all those drug names. I don't know who comes up.
I thought it was donanemab. But you're right. I think you maybe nailed it the first time. DONANEMAB.
Yeah. It's
For
wherever
any
you want
of
to
you
put
medical people out there, and you really wanted to know the name of it. There you
well,
go.
it's the wherever you want to put the emphasis on which syllable.
That's true.
Donanemab, I think, is maybe how you say it. Sold under the name of Kizunla,
That is KISUNLA.
LA. Treats early stage Alzheimer's disease. So, I mean, there's so many people these days. My mom had Alzheimer's disease. So many people coming down with Alzheimer's disease now. It's interesting and sad, frankly. But my mother was the first in our friend group back home in our hometown of Collinsville, Illinois. She had it for, I think, toward the end of my high school career. She started getting it as we look back on things. She had it for like 20 plus years. Which is a long time to have Alzheimer's disease. She lost her life in 2010, and now more and more of my friends' parents are finding themselves in that same sad situation. So it's such a devastating thing, Alzheimer's disease. So if this drug helps to slow it down, man, I'm all for it. Eli Lilly came up with that particular drug.
All right. Speaking of health-related news, what if you need blood quickly and they don't have it in Springfield, or maybe Springfield has it and they don't have it elsewhere? A St. Louis-based company called Mid-America Transplant could be using drones to get blood and other urgent medical needs covered via drone drop-off wherever you are. That's pretty crazy. The company is working with the FAA right now to come up with a game plan. Leaders say that it could also help with more speedy organ donation transplants, especially in rural healthcare.
That's fascinating to think about.
It's fascinating. That is fascinating. Yeah, it's interesting that drones, by my calculation, and I do live under a rock a little bit, never really took off. I mean, you see like video, pictures, incredible footage, a lot. But as far as, I remember when Walmart was going to be dropping groceries at your door using a drone. I mean, are we actually seeing that these days?
Don't think so. Although there may be some areas that have that.
Maybe some areas. I just am not convinced that it's widespread. Yes. This is just a maybe right now, but it sounds pretty cool because not that groceries are not critical. Groceries can be critical too.
Well, you can.
But
most people, yeah.
But most people have some food in a cupboard.
Right.
This could be a game changer.
Well, I'll tell you something. The Jetsons have been promising things for years that still haven't happened. So
it's true.
I feel ripped off most of the time.
Yep.
Most of the time.
All right. Well, that'll do it for us. We are glad to be back with you. I did enjoy the long weekend, but it feels right at home now to be back and covering the news of the day. So hopefully you have a good one.
Yeah. Thanks for joining us, whether you're watching or listening. Stay tuned. We're going to have some weather today, it looks like, from the remnants of Baryl as they come through. Check out Wake Up Weather with Abby Dyer coming up right after this. If you're listening, just give us a little time to do a quick commercial, and Abby's up. And if you're watching on video, then check in with Abby wherever you got this video, and have a great day.
See ya. Thank you.